J.J. Abrams started the Star Wars franchise with The Force Awakens. He created questions.
The Last Jedi takes the story threads and questions established by The Force Awakens and just blows them out of the window.
They just did me wrong. They did the characters wrong. And Rian Johnson, the director, he did J.J. Abrams wrong.
You almost think that he hated J.J. Abrams' film and the plot twists that were left at the end of that film. He acts like he hated it because he went in guns blazing and said to himself, I'm not finishing anything that he wrote. I want to make this movie my own movie. If I finish up all the plot points he started, this ain't going to be my movie. And I don't want to be the director that, has a successful movie because I finished his story. I want to make my own story.
JJ built some characters up. He built Poe, he built Rey, and he built Finn and Kylo. And guess what they did? Rian Johnson smashed them back to the floor.
That was 2 ass years of people coming up with theories. There's tons of fucking YouTube videos with theories of Rey's background, who Finn is, who Poe is, or like not even, well, because there's a whole fucking comic book. There's whole comic books on who they are and everything, but just like according to like this movie, what would happen? Like, who is Rey? Like, where did she come from? Why is she so strong with the Force? All that shit.
You know how many fans have sat down and did fan theories trying to figure out who Rey's parents was? Oh, she's probably, Ben Kenobi's kid. No, she's probably a Skywalker.
Rey was set up to have some kind of insanely intriguing backstory. My favorite theory was the Rey is a Palpatine theory. That would have completely jived with, Luke's concern about her power and why she was hidden on a planet. No, she's just a no one, so why would we care?
She turns out to be a nobody. Her parents aren't important to the storyline.
But then the scenes in The Force Awakens, 2 scenes, they what was the point of that scenes? Just to mess up with us? Like when Han Solo is in the planet talking to the orange alien, and they are talking, who is that girl? And Rey, like the flashback and Anakin's lightsaber calling to Rey. Why?
I mean, again, they teased it 4 times in this film. Who's Rey's parents? Just say it. Oh, they wanna hang it over our heads, and then they finally said they're trash people, bruh.
This is what you give us. This is what you give us. 2 scavengers who sold their own child. That's the Rey's parents, okay.
Your parents were junkers and they just sold you for drink money.
That wasn't it. Not at all. That wasn't it.
Rey is just a nobody. She's not even related to the story at all. She has no lore to the story. She's just a fucking scavenger from Jakku that has the power to wield the Force. Because apparently Disney wants to rewrite everything, and apparently Jedis don't exist no more. Because everything is Force friendly. Everybody can be a Jedi now. Like, that's like saying Han Solo could have been a Jedi if he wanted to.
When you look at both films and you take into the account the fact that The Last Jedi is a direct continuation of the story, and the fact that the same production team stands behind both films, not to mention the insidious shadow of Disney and Lucasfilms as a whole, it is truly remarkable how fundamentally different they are.
The first movie gave me questions, and I'm a fan, so I was willing to accept it.
Yeah.
And then this movie said, stay tuned for more.
More questions. And then during the process of giving us more questions, took a piss on the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Took a piss on what we know about Star Wars. And took a piss on the characters that we grew to love. Even though people love Luke and Yoda, took a piss on them as well.
Yeah.
I could scream and yell and say, you've got an obligation to answer questions that you brought up in this first film.
And it's as though Rian Johnson's gone in and looked at that and gone, okay, throwing that all out and just doing the things that I want to do. And it's as though he looked at the Star Wars universe as a whole and gone, throwing that out, I'm going to do things the way that I want to do it.
Where do we get to a point where everything that Luke did in Return of the Jedi, and you're seeing the galaxy celebrate, and Palpatine's statue being toppled, what happened? What the fuck happened?
Disrespected the Force. It disrespected what Jedis are. Luke Skywalker got disrespected in this motherfucker, bruh. Everything is it's almost like they trolled us.
there's just so much they could have done. Like, if you go on YouTube and search up any theories on Rey, you know, there's, like, these crazy conspiracy theories are way better than the movie. Like, it was just really bad writing. It seems like they had 2 years, you know, to work on it, and it seemed like they just did it in a couple months. It was like, you did all of that in 2 years? Like, fans wrote better stories than you did.
This is fucking Star Wars we talking about. I know you can do better. I know. I just know. I know it. I know you can do better, bro. Like, oh.